Chapter 3, activate your commitment to growth and knowledge development. As an academic, I've had the incredible privilege of witnessing and learning about different forms of knowledge at all levels and how they translate to society, especially in the labor force. It's interesting how often knowledge is overlooked when we talk about career satisfaction, when in actual fact, knowledge is the building blocks that get us to the levels we need in order to find happiness in our careers. So, we're talking about taking that desire in your heart and transforming it into knowledge. In the context of this book and the ADKAR model, when we talk about knowledge, I'm specifically referring to knowledge on how to actually affect change because this is where everything begins to fall into place. Remember, having the desire to change is very important, but you must also gain the knowledge or the information on what to change and how to change it. This could involve learning new skills, understanding new processes, or acquiring new behaviors, whatever the case may be. There is something you need to do differently, and you need to acquire the right skill set to make it happen. A lot of people in the workforce today are unhappy because they feel stuck. The truth of the matter is that most people are proverbially stuck because they do not acquire the right knowledge to advance any further than where they are. Think of an action movie. Yes, the main character almost always possesses some level of skill that is enough to make him or her look cool and invincible. However, as the story progresses and this main character meets the bad guy, they then have to go back to the drawing board and upgrade their skills or learn a new skill so that they can eventually defeat the bad guy by the end of the movie. What this all means is that having a desire to change without gaining the knowledge on how and what to change is pointless. In 1947, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "The foundation of education is to teach one to think intensively and critically." Speaking of MLK, back then, he used sort of an algebraic delivery to deliver a powerful point about learning. Now, at some point in life, most of us were taught algebra. Don't worry, this is not a math lesson. To put it simply, algebra is a branch of math where letters and symbols take the place of numbers and quantities in equations and formulas. It sounds complex, but it's really just a way to get to a right answer. MLK showed us that education, like algebra, is more than it seems on the surface. It's not about the numbers or the facts. It's about figuring out things and understanding the world better. He said, intelligence plus character. That is the goal of a true education. So I want to break that down using algebra. Intelligence plus character equals a true education. I want to take this even further. I, which is in intelligence, plus C, which is in character, equals me. I plus C equals me. But also, C, which is your character, plus I, which is your intelligence, C plus I, fuels my Y. So, what does this have to do with you in the bigger picture? This means your knowledge is not meant to serve you and you alone. Your knowledge can solve so many problems, bring change to your community, and more specifically, transform your professional life. Every new thing you learn, every skill you pick up, actually empowers you to do and become more in your professional life than you initially thought when you first got that education. Like how algebra teaches us to find the unknown, education pushes us to explore new ideas, ask questions, and actually find solutions. Of course, this is not as easy as it sounds. I get that. Personally, my pursuit of higher education began in 2007, and I'm still going to this day, working on my doctorate now. That is 17 years of education. Let that sink in. To some people, educating myself for almost 2 decades sounds ridiculous. It may even sound like a waste of time. However, because I continually expand my knowledge bank, I have found myself in spaces I would have never been in had I stopped after a 3 or a 4-year degree. Let me clarify that. Getting a formal education is not the only pathway to career expansion and fulfillment. Even if you work in the trades industry, you need to constantly learn and hone the skills in order to break into new markets. All of this actually boils down to your mindset. Your mindset shapes your professional experiences. It goes without saying that mindset isn't something that is set in stone. It's actually something more like Play-Doh. You can shape it, reshape, as many times without destroying its essence. When you apply this concept to your life, it means no matter where you're at in your career right now and right this second, there's always room to shift and reshape your mindset to align with what your desires are in your life. All of us have a unique way of handling situations at work, and a lot of those come down to our individual mindsets. Take, for example, a situation where a higher position opens up at work. You know deep down that you're the perfect fit for this role, so you go above and beyond, pouring your heart and soul into every task, showcasing your dedication, hoping to prove that you're the right person for this promotion. But then, out of the blue, the position is given to another colleague. This colleague didn't appear to be putting in half the effort you were, maybe not even trying as hard as you thought was necessary to get such promotion. This situation is classic test of mindset. If you have a growth mindset, you might see this as a learning opportunity. Yes, it's disappointing, and yes, it stings, but instead of letting it defeat you, you ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? You might even ask your superior for feedback so you can identify the areas that you need development in and use this experience as fuel to grow and prepare for the next opportunity. On the other hand, if you're more inclined towards a fixed mindset, you might take this outcome as a personal blow or a slight. You could start doubting your abilities, thinking maybe you're not competent as you thought. You might even start believing that no matter how hard you try, things are just not going to go your way. Your mindset is what drives your actions and reactions, and it can either open up a new path for growth or lead you down a spiral of self-doubt and stagnation. This is very important. Your mindset also dictates the knowledge that you take in, but more importantly, the knowledge that you retain and use. I don't think it's a coincidence that so many people are unhappy in their careers. If you traced your unhappiness down to the root, you'll probably find that the mindset is the biggest problem. I've used this example because I want you to see that you may not have an accurate perspective of your mindset until you find yourself in a situation where someone else has to give you feedback. Yes, you may think you're the best person for that job, but the ones who've been in that position that you're eyeing don't think that. Of course, there are other factors like nepotism, favoritism, terrible bosses, etc. But that's not the case majority of the time. Again, if you're in the fixed mindset zone, criticism might feel like a personal attack. But if you got your growth mindset glasses on, you'll see feedback as a gift. Yep, even though it's tough to hear stuff, you can grow from it. Now, why does this matter? Because your mindset doesn't affect how you see your own career. It impacts your whole life. Knowledge is the ladder. Let's zoom in on that K in ADKAR model for a moment. Why is knowledge so important on your journey of career satisfaction and growth? Simply put, knowledge is the bridge that connects your desire to change, sparked by the right mindset, of course, to the actual ability to make those changes happen. It's the toolkit you need to build the career of your dreams. Having the right mindset primes you to identify new opportunities, but knowledge gives you that how-to. It's one thing to be willing to learn and grow. It's another to know what steps to take, skills to develop, or strategies to employ when you get to where you want to be. Going back to our previous example about the promotion. Now imagine you actually got that promotion, which shifts you into a management role. It's your first week on the job, and you're immediately faced with a crisis. Two of your team members are in a deep conflict, so they can't work together, and you have to come up with a solution. You then realize that you need knowledge about effective leadership, conflict resolution, and to motivate a team to get the right results. However, you don't have the particular skills just yet. Now, instead of enjoying your promotion, you feel like you're in over your head. Knowledge equips you with the necessary skills and understanding to not just reach your goals, but to excel in them. No one wants to be dubbed the incompetent boss, right? All that being said, knowledge is not just about formal education or training. Yes, those are important, but knowledge also comes from experiences, conversations, mentorship, and even failures. That's right, failure. Life itself can teach you lessons that no degree ever would. So why is the K so crucial in ADKAR? Because desire without direction breeds disaster. Ooh, that's good. Let me say that again. Desire without direction breeds disaster. There's a difference between wanting to climb a mountain and actually knowing the route and how to get to the very top of it. having the right equipment, and understanding how to tackle the challenges that you face when you climb. In the context of employee engagement and connection to a company's mission, knowledge helps you understand how your role contributes to the bigger picture. In other words, it empowers you to see the value in your work as part of a whole. So, how then do we bridge this gap between desire and knowledge? It starts with curiosity. Ask questions. I know this part gets a little tricky for all those introverts out there, but it's necessary, unfortunately. You've got to learn to ask questions, receive feedback, and translate that feedback into the right action. I need you to always remember that your professional journey is uniquely yours. What you go through and what a colleague goes through in that same position may be totally different. Understanding your type of mindset will give you a different perspective on your career, your field, and help you identify the changes you need to make in your life to find your happy again. Mindset theories. There are so many mindset theories out there, and each one offers us fascinating insights into how our beliefs and attitudes significantly shape our professional lives. These theories not only highlight the importance of our mental approaches, but also their relevance to career satisfaction and overall fulfillment. I particularly want to highlight 3 mindset theories other than the growth and fixed mindset, which we've already covered in detail. Theory number 1, the self-determination theory. Another influential mindset theory is the self-determination theory, or SDT, which focuses on motivation. According to SDT, people are more motivated, engaged, and satisfied in their jobs when their work meets their needs for autonomy, competence, and relatedness. This theory suggests that when individuals can align their job roles and tasks with their intrinsic motivators and core values, they experience greater job satisfaction. From a professional satisfaction perspective, understanding and applying SDT can help individuals seek out and craft roles that align more closely with their intrinsic motivators, leading to more fulfilling careers. Number 2, positive psychology. While not a mindset theory per se, the principles of positive psychology offer valuable insights into the power of a positive outlook on professional satisfaction. This theory by Martin Seligman focuses on the strengths that enable individuals and communities to thrive. It emphasizes qualities like optimism, gratitude, and resilience. In the context of career satisfaction, adopting a positive psychological perspective encourages us to look for the good in our professional experiences, learn from their challenges, and appreciate the journey in between. This approach can significantly enhance our satisfaction at work by giving us a sense of well-being and purpose. And number 3, mindfulness and acceptance. The principles of mindfulness and acceptance, often associated with cognitive behavioral therapies, also play a crucial role in shaping our professional satisfaction. By cultivating a non-judgmental awareness of the present moment, you actually learn to better manage stress, navigate challenges in the workplace, and maintain a clear focus on your goals and your values. This mindset encourages one to be open to new experiences, learn to adapt to situations, and overall have a compassionate approach to self and others, which can profoundly impact job satisfaction and interpersonal relationships at work. Each of these mindset theories brings a unique lens to understanding professional satisfaction. I specifically like SDT because it's about aligning your work to your intrinsic motivators, which we touched on in Chapter 2. As simple as all this sounds, it's crucial that we add another layer to these mindset approaches, and this layer is character. Taking it back to the beginning of the chapter, when we broke down MLK's assertion and created our own algebra formula, if you notice, the C has a common factor in all 3 equations. Building character. Building character every day involves 3 key steps. Number 1, challenge yourself. Life is guaranteed to present difficulties, but facing these challenges head-on builds strength and character. This concept is deeply rooted in history. Think about it. How overcoming adversity has shaped different societies and individuals alike. Number 2, it's essential to check in with yourself regularly. Each day, start by setting an intention for the character qualities you want to embody. Reflect on your actions and progress periodically. This process of self-reflection is crucial for aligning your behavior with your values. Historical figures like Frederick Douglass, who escaped slavery and became a key figure in the abolition movement, exemplified the power of self-discovery and development of character through adversity. And number 3, create a pathway for your purpose. This involves setting clear goals, actively working towards your character, seeking feedback and accountability from others, and embracing growth. This framework not only helps you build a strong character, but also drives empowerment and self-evaluation, echoing the ideals of leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who believed in the importance of building character for the greater good. So let's sum it all again. Number 1, challenge yourself. And number 2, check in with yourself. And number 3, create the pathway to purpose. Don't forget these 3 C's. Expanding your knowledge bank. Expanding your knowledge and skill set in your professional field is a crucial step towards achieving your career goals, staying relevant in a rapidly changing job market, and enhancing your overall job satisfaction. Here are some effective strategies that you can use to broaden your expertise and keep your skills sharp. Number 1, continuous learning. Embrace the mindset of lifelong learning. This could mean taking online courses, attending workshops, or pursuing further education related to your field. The digital age offers a wealth of resources at your fingertips, or what we like to call MOOCs, or massive open online courses on platforms like Coursera or edX, to specialized courses on sites like Udemy or LinkedIn Learning. The point is that there are so many options out there for you. Number 2, networking. I cannot stress how important this is. So many people do not engage with the professional community, and it stifles their career. Put yourself out there, even if it makes you feel uncomfortable. Attend industry conferences, seminars, and webinars. Join professional organizations or online forums where you can connect with your peers. Networking not only keeps you informed about the latest trends, but it also opens so many more doors. Number 3, reading and research. Stay updated with the latest developments in your field by reading industry journals, books, and reputable blogs, subscribing to relevant newsletters, or setting up Google alerts for specific keywords related to your profession that can help ensure that you're always in the loop. Number 4, practical application. Apply what you learn in real-world scenarios. Whether it's a new technology, a theoretical concept, or a soft skill, try to implement your new knowledge in your daily task. Number 5, seek feedback and mentorship. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback. Constructive criticism is a powerful tool for professional and personal development. The key word here is constructive. This means you need to find the right people to give you feedback. The unfortunate truth is that there are many people who will jump at any opportunity to criticize you, and that's not what you need. Number 6, teach others. One of the most effective ways to deepen your understanding of a subject is to teach it to someone else. Maybe teaching, in the conventional sense, is not for you. However, there are many avenues where you can share your knowledge, such as motivational speaking. Teaching forces you to organize your knowledge, fill in any gaps, and communicate concepts clearly, which then solidifies your own understanding and expertise. As an empowerment and motivational speaker myself, I have to make sure I'm well prepared for each speaking engagement. I can't just rock up to a place and wing it. Can you imagine how disastrous that would be, or how disastrous that is to just wing it? So, how do we package this? How do we put this all together? Knowing the how-to part of your journey is incredibly important. True education, true knowledge must equip you with the ability to think critically and develop a plan of action. From here, your next step is to challenge yourself to create a pathway for purpose. Knowledge is energy. It cannot be created or destroyed because it must be transferred or transformed. You see, there is power in knowledge building. You have the opportunity to apply your knowledge or give it away. Yes, there are 2 options. There are people who do choose to do neither of these 2. In this case, they usually remain exactly who they are and find themselves stuck in the exact place that makes them unhappy. I don't know about you, but I don't want to look back on my life in 15 or 20 years from now and have a ton of knowledge and a ton of wisdom, but an equal amount of regret over the things I didn't do. I encourage you to put yourself in a position to gain knowledge and actually use that knowledge to create your own path for success.